It is Sunday, 26th of March, 7:20 in the morning. My plan was to get out for a good run. It's either going to be out on the trails or on the treadmill. All right, I'm not going to be a wuss. I'm going to get out there. I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm going to take a Tailwind with me, 2 cups of coffee, Tailwind, maybe a couple of emergency gels. Plan is minimum 90 minutes, hopefully 2, if longer, great. Let's go.
I'm out, just over an hour, 70 minutes into it, very wet, but I'm really glad I did it. So I'll talk about this a bit more when I can, but the barefoot stuff, shit! Okay, so this whole barefoot thing, this is about, I think 6-7 weeks now since I first tried the barefoot style shoes, the Vivo Barefoot. I have to say, first impressions were really good. The feel of working out in them was amazing. But cut a long story short, Barefoot Trail, first of all, the Barefoot Trail 2, whatever it's called, FG, is too narrow for my foot. It did actually cause a few issues. And the one big problem it did cause was the Morton's neuroma in my right foot came back. But amazingly, switching back into the Altra, into the Mont Blanc, that Morton's neuroma completely dissipated. Just went within 2 days. 2 days ago, nothing. So very easy fix to fix. But I just don't want to mess about with it anymore. Basically, as the old saying goes, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So it was a fun experiment. I will still use the Primus lights to work out in because the ground feel when you squat and lunge and press and pull, etc. But for running with the Altras, and also it just gives me that confidence which I lost to go further. See, in the barefoot shoes, it was risky to push it out in more 60 minutes. And then I sort of just found myself not running far. Okay, run done. Just under 90 minutes, 15.5 kilometers. I'm going to continue the chat in a second. Just need to sort this out. I need to grab some breakfast too.
Okay, quick shower change into some dry clothes. And here we have the shoe in question. So this is the Vivo Barefoot Trail FG Firm Ground 2. And this is the shoe that immediately, when I first tried it on, I was really, really impressed with it and it felt great, but it is just too narrow here. And unfortunately, it did give me that Morton's neuroma, the pinching of the metatarsals, that nerve swelling in the foot, which is something that I had a few years back, but I resolved that by going into the wider shoes, and something that's just resolved very quickly again by going back into the Altras, as I said just then. It just went within a day or two. So yeah, basically, to cut a long story short, a really fun experiment to try these shoes out. Something that I want to do for a long, long time. But as I said, I will still be using the Primus lights for the gym work, the squats, the presses, the push, the pulls, etc. But for the trails, I have to go back to what I know and what I trust. The Altras, the Lone Peak, the Mont Blancs, etc. I'm also at the moment really enjoying the ZEGAMAs, the Nike ZEGAMAs, because of the 4mm drop, and their toe box is wide enough, so my big toe can go straight. I'm actually going to do another review on that shoe very soon. And I think the good thing about trying these shoes out, you do learn, how am I trying to put this? It does force you to land even more gently on the ground, slightly higher cadence, a less impact. And I think once you get that sort of practice in your head, that style, you can then transition that over to the more cushioned shoes and use that same sort of feel of bouncing, especially when you're in zero drop shoes, to emulate a very nice, simple, high cadence, relaxed feel, which the barefoot shoes do give you. But as I said, you do lose your confidence in regards to going long because it's quite a lot of work. Half an hour running is fine, but anything more than 60 minutes, a couple of hours, I'm just not going to do that at all. And I really have found my love for the trails again. A few months it sort of dropped a bit of a trough there, but it's peaking back up and I'm really enjoying being out there on the trails. And so I'm going to be wearing the shoes that I know and trust, and as I said previously, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So back in the lovely Altras, back in the Nike, the ZEGAMAs, whatever it is, and a few other ones that I'm testing out. So there we have it. So I hope that helps. I hope it was an interesting experiment that I tried out. So yeah, so let me know in the comments below whether you've done something similar, where you've tried out the barefoot style shoes and you've bounced back pretty quickly to the cushion shoes, or you've stuck with them. And maybe I need, if I probably was to give it more than 2 months or whatever, then I probably would. But to be honest, I do enjoy running in the cushion shoes. Even the more max cushion shoes, as I said, like the ZEGAMAs, I do quite enjoy that feedback, the bounce back. But the Lone Peaks, the Superiors, they're all great shoes, and I think I'm not saying they're wrong, but for me, I just don't want to overcomplicate things too much. I kind of know what works. As long as there's space up front, zero drop or a low drop generally helps, but sometimes even a high drop isn't a huge issue if I only use it once or twice. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very, very much. Trying to get lots more videos, a bit more continuity to the videos coming out on a weekly basis, maybe bi-weekly. So there we have it. Right, thanks very much. Hope to see you all very soon, and I'm gonna go and say goodbye now. Right, yeah, so Beaver Trail, lovely shoe, but not quite for me, plus too narrow. So I will, yeah, that's it. Right, I'm out.